Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, sportsmen, learners and listeners, teachers and trainers, professionals and professors, advocates, advertisers, administrators. The presence of the most honorable present Prime Minister and Dr. Narendra Modi ji, and the availability of doctors and ministers, reverend fathers and mothers, affectionate sons and daughters, those who are listening from the field of science, religion, spirituality, arts, commerce, and engineering. I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, heartily, cordially welcome all of you. It is really wonderful time, place, and action of listening with 100% present sense of mind. I appreciate, admire, and praise your watching and your listening through the truth of science and spirituality. Nowadays, our nation, our country is facing economic, political, and social problems, and individually there are atmospheric and environmental problems around us. We have different type of diseases. By keeping our environment and atmosphere neat and clean, by keeping our cities free from pollution and populations, we can contribute a great role of being a true spiritualistic and nationalistic and even patriotistic person of this nation. It was the expectation and optimistic strain of our forefathers, foretellers, those who came on this land for the welfare of our nation and society. Their aim, destination, objective was humanistic, sympathetic, and compassionate. They thought that India's future will be glorified and all Indians will entertain and enjoy with the freedom. So they sacrificed for themselves, devoted and dedicated themselves for others. Selflessly, they spent their time. If we put light on our history, Our Indian land is the land of free thinkers, messengers, starters, beginners, and initiators. So, we are to be creator, founder, generator, and operators of the virtues and qualities for our nation. If there is any trouble in our personal life, then we must imagine that how was the past of our forefathers and foretellers. Those who came first on this land, where they spent their life in luxuries and comfortabilities? Were they close to nature? Were they friendly and familiar with the nature? Were they fearless? Then we will find that they were the most strugglesome persons, struggled hard, strived hard. If we compare our modern time with ancient time, starters of the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, establishers of the Sikhism, Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Vasco da Gama, who came in India in 1498, William Shakespeare, who born in 1564 in England, being a founder of dramas. Numberless persons came on this land, on this earth, in this creation for the rejuvenation and reformation of our Indian land. Their aim, their objective, motto, motive, and destination was the same: welfare of our society, nation. They devoted themselves unrelentingly, unceasingly, and unstoppingly. Our nation is the nation of gurus, unity in diversity. Time and again we study in social science. Scholars and learners, those who study this greatest doctrine of our land, this mantra, this doctrine has come from inside of human body. As our human body works with the function of the different organs internally as well as externally, our human body is the copy of God, and our means of transportation, means of communication, services, industries that we have developed in the form of man-made, these are the copies, imitations, and imaginations of the human body. So this human body is rare, matchless, and uncomparable. God Himself created it. God Himself imagined that about which we study ideas, thoughts, imaginations, helps in making us, turning us towards our past. Our aim is to recollect, regenerate, reform that spiritual power which was, which is, and which will in past, present, and future. He was the same, He is the same, and He will the same. Our human body, which is made by 5 elements: air, fire, soil, sky, and water. We study, our scholars being study, and these things will remain forever, the composition of human beings. Initially and ultimately, we remind our social reformists, innovators and inventors, creators and caretakers, those who came in the form of starters, their efforts were really immortal and unperishable. This human body is perishable and mortal, temporary, but the actions, works that a human being perform, these actions and works are really celestial, eternal, and if we do the welfare works, humanitarian works, help the needy, downtrodden, rejected people of our society, then as per the notion of our forefathers and foretellers is that we have become the true resourceful person of our nation. We are the true researcher, true inventor, true innovator. There is no doubt faults, drawbacks, shortcomings are everywhere. But it is man's duty never feel inferior back, but pray to God, think His blessings, His graces. In that case, these drawbacks may turn into the blessing and achievement. The history, our past is evident and witness that we are the persons we study in the science, in history, geography, political science, economics. They were the different. They were the greatest personalities who were multidimensional, multi-sided and multifaceted personalities. They spent their whole life in writing the whole literature for solving the problems. Albert Einstein, who was the greatest scientist, everyone's Every student who is studying science must go through the autobiography of such persons. Gautam Buddha, who started Buddhism, Mahavir Swami, who started Jainism, Swami Vivekananda, who started Ramakrishna Mission, Abraham Lincoln, who was the first president of the USA, the America, there were numberless, uncounted persons whose history we study as a successful persons of the nation. As per the notion of the most and the greatest successful social reformist, Swami Vivekananda, he clearly addressed the worldly people. Success is not the name of any platform. Success is not the name of any destination. But success means continuity and regularity. It is our aim. It is our true objective. Never stop. We are to improve our daily routine. We are to maintain our good habits. We are to analyze, examine, and evaluate our personal life. And for that spiritualistic aim, we must spend selflessly. One word, one idea, one nation, one man can change the whole scenario of his surroundings. It is possible. But how? When man will become sincere and honest for his motherland, when he will become nationalistic and true patriotic, true spiritualistic, ideas and thoughts can change forever. Swami Vivekananda, who addressed us that our health, power of our physical body, that is the form of life. But if there is any disease, any weakness we have in our internal organs, then that is equal to death. Swami Vivekananda's 2-volume Life After Death, Work and its Secret shows that work is worship. But work, what kind of work? The true work. When we spend our life with the true work, spiritualistic work, to know who is speaking in us, who is watching in us, who is listening in us, and who is thinking in us, then our thought, our emotions, our intellectualities, intelligences, and spiritualistic experiences will make us realize that this human body is rare, composed by the Lord or God for His own residence. It is His own residence inside the body. The whole body we are to keep clean, free from vices, evils that are always circled it around us, around our soul. If we want to keep our soul free from negativities, lust, ego, variousness, falsification, then we must do meditation. Meditation to the spiritualistic words, to the God's word, Lord's word, is the true spiritual perception. When we meditate, then that words of the Lord that are unrelentingly showering on us from the sky, that words become the power, ray of light and waves of sound for changing our dead cells into active cells. And it is clearly written in naturopathy, Ayurveda, homeopathy, "O man, you are the 90% doctor of your human body. Only in 10% cases, in accident cases, when you will not be aware about the atmosphere and environment with the nature, then this nature may create natural disasters, calamities, devastations. Then that situation will be uncontrolled by the human beings. Then again, you will worship the Lord. You will remind the nature, power of nature. The Lord, who is always with us in the form of words and even in wordless position, also shows that His existence is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. He is always with us in the form of nature. Even Swami Vivekananda proved this thing, that God does exist where there is no light and where there is no sound. This was the greatest invention, true invention and innovation. And the old starters, initiator, beginners of our land know this thing. They experienced this thing, that unread, unspoken, unwritten, unlistened and unheard position is more effective. It was proved, appealed by Swami Vivekananda, advocated in front of the doctors, technicians, engineers, artists, singers, innovators and inventors. His lifespan was only of 40 years. But he did, it is unwritten in the history. Words fall short in praise of such personalities. Such personalities, those who devoted their time, dedicated themselves with blind belief for this nationalistic and patriotistic emotions. Blindly they devoted themselves by being a true devotee, true son of this motherland. As per the notion of Swami Vivekananda, our land is the land of true forefathers, true foretellers. So we must respect and welcome the soul of our nation. It is our true aim. Ultimately and initially, our present Prime Minister is trying well to spread out the message of our culture again. Thanks, listeners.